Kia ora, welcome along to the Edgar Centre with the Southern Hoiho up against the BNZ Northern Kahu for this Rapid League game. Sky Broadband Rapid League game. These two teams met 15 days ago on this very venue for not only a Rapid League game, of course, but also a To'ihi game as well. But in the Rapid League game, the Hoiho took out the Kahu 33-20 in the big second quarter. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for another edition of the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
Excited to get this one kicking off, and a rematch of it only a few weeks ago on this same court. Going to be interesting to see, especially since the Kahu have taken in a new strategy into their Rapid League games, exactly how the opposition start coming to them as we see the starting lineup here, Moles.
So Ledger Walker and Amara Thomas are your To'ihi stars, really. Some of them, there's a stacked Kahu 5, to be honest, in To'ihi. But they have decided, Jody Cameron has decided that they want that competition point from the To'ihi Basketball Aotearoa standings. So they're going to load up somewhat their Rapid League team as well. And that means that Ledger Walker and Thomas cannot start in the To'ihi game. Of course, they come off the bench. But it's an interesting plot twist for Rapid League. It just adds a little bit more intrigue. And that is your starting 5. Jody Cameron, though, she knows stringing wins in both editions of the game are important. And Casey, do you like this strategy? Because it does take away from the premise of the bench unit as being contributors and getting warmed up for the To'ihi game.
Well, I think every team's going to have to measure that, how much the development's important, how much that competition point is important. And certainly the Hoiho have some decisions to make coming into this one, but they have gone with their regular Rapid League lineup. You see Caitlin O'Connell, Adams Mitchell, Jen O'Connell as well, and Roberts Hare lining things out. And these are two players who aren't going to be featuring a ton in the To'ihi game, so they will certainly have to dig deep to match up against Crystal Ledger Walker and the Amari-led Thomas Kahu.
Tyler Mitchell had 12 and 4 rebounds in the last time these two teams played. And just really, you have to ignore, I believe, the field goal percentage and the three-point shooting percentage in Rapid League, because there is a different energy, there is a different feel for whatever the short clock, 4-minute quarters. It creates an up and down, fast break nature.
It's a lot of pace.
It's in the name.
It's a lot of pace. It is rapid. There's no doubt about it. Rapidly diminishing defensive returns at times. But what we do see is the Kahu, they changed that lineup. They've got their first win of the season in the Rapid League. And here are our coin referees for the day. Hamish Dale, Reagan Ashley, and Taylor Lynch will be our whistle puffers and keeping things in check.
Yeah, those are your coin referees. And for the Kahu, last time these two teams played, it was a much different starting 5. Rihanna, Rangi Brown and Tamilo had top scores of 7-4, the BNZ Northern Kahu. Jennifer O'Connell for the Hoiho had 12 rebounds as well.
That's a lot of rebounds in a short amount of time.
It's a great return, especially when she had it in 14 minutes. Speaking of rebounds, what a tremendous game it was from Tina Davidson, who tore down the boards on Friday night.
And she's averaging 15.3, and she can go much bigger than that when she's locked in.
She had 25 and 20, and so the To'ihi Basketball Aotearoa game between these two teams after will be an amazing rebounding matchup between Penina Davidson and Ashton Prechtel, because those two love a rebound.
I'm excited for the matchup. That's two very skilled and formidable post players going to be matched up together, and that Ashton Prechtel's skill with the ball in hand in transition is going to test Penina Davidson, no doubt. But that, of course, is about 40 minutes from now. To kick things off, we've got the Rapid League, the Southern Hoiho. And they're slightly different uniforms. We've got more of that yellow out there. I love the Kahu with the baby blue on the side. Oh, insert.
Get this Sky Broadband Rapid League game underway. It will be Thomas and O'Connell to get us going. No coach timeouts in Rapid League. You do have a Sky City player timeout, as that young man is incredibly enthusiastic. It's great to see.
Fired up. Here's the ball. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get a photo. I'll take the ball. Yes. That's right, little king.
Good hustle. Good hustle.
Look at him. That's the energy you want. Oh, yeah. Right under the arms of mum. What a highlight on a Sunday afternoon in Dunedin.
Put in the DVR. Keep it forever. Does anybody have a DVR anymore?
No, just my Skies.
That's better. Much improved product.
Underway, and it's Leach going to work early on. Awatea Leach with a bucket.
Immediately turns on the pace, gets into that mid-range area, step through with the kiss off the glass for the finish, and pressure defensively, making things tough for O'Connell up high.
And a turnover. Hoiho unable to get much going. Sophie Adams caught in a bad spot there on the baseline, throws it out.
There's another edge to this strategy of bringing those starters out. If I'm the Hoiho, I'm going to try and put Mari Thomas in every single pick and roll I can, the entire ball game, and work my way through. If you want to put your starters out there, you really need to attack them.
She's right there. Awatea Leach goes down hard after poking it away. Hoiho miss through Caitlin O'Connell. Ledger Walker giving it up to Zura Anderson, and Ledger Walker has it back. And a steal.
Jen O'Connell, can she grab it? She does corral it.
Still Ledger Walker got a hand on it. And Jennifer O'Connell wanted a hand up. That was not forthcoming. Referee missed that.
Well, there's a hustle. Just could not quite get it, but then Crystal Ledger Walker adamant on the ball there. And we skip the hand up. We're nice to the officials here.
Here is Mara Thomas. Keely Tini can get the roll.
Attacking the rim early in this one, Alba Kahu not looking for those perimeter three-point shots, and you can see why. Not shooting the ball great, but the pace is good early. I like the attacks on the rim as we see a Crystal Ledger Walker foul on Jen O'Connell, or sorry, Caitlin O'Connell up on the wing.
Jodie Cameron, tell you one of her players, she's ball watching. And another turnover from the Hoiho here early on. This is what they did against the Phi in their Rapid League game on Friday night. Got out to a fast start, forced some turnovers, and once you get probably a 6, maybe 8 point lead in Sky Broadband Rapid League, it's really hard to peg it back. And that 3 ball is off from Tini, and it'll be Hoiho ball. And they need a bucket here.
Well, good execution created the open look they wanted to, but the angle caromed off toughly for an offensive rebound opportunity, and the Hoiho already in a little bit of trouble there, but get the whistle.
Another Kahu foul. And we've lost pitches here, so we'll try and get that back for you momentarily. If we don't, we'll take a break, and hopefully we can resume transmission. And we have resumed transmission. Do not adjust your sets. We are back live. Deep 3.
Couldn't find the range on that one was Tyler Mitchell, but pushing back the other way, the Kahu finding some space.
Awatea Leach is wide open, gives it to Anderson. Anderson can't get that to fall down.
Jen O'Connell controlling the glass. Nice run out by Tyler Mitchell there. Couldn't quite find the pinpoint accuracy on the pass, however.
Here's Ledger Walker with Thomas. Thomas pulls the trigger on a 3. Front of the rim. Great rebound from Tini. Keely Tini on the boards.
Well, the offensive rebounding opportunities are plentiful for the Kahu early in this one, and they were finally able to get that second chance points. 3 buckets up. With just 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
Only just getting into their work now with the Hoi Ho at the other end. And again, another miss.
Caitlin O'Connell unable to find that range despite doing the good work to create the opportunity.
Ledger Walker getting around O'Connell. Jennifer O'Connell. And Ledger Walker gives the Kahu an 8-0 lead. Hoi Ho looking for a bucket here in this first quarter of Sky Broadband Rapid League. As Anderson pokes it away.
They are dangerously close to getting shut out here in the opener as we have a couple of subs check in.
Even Ledger Walker and Thomas out there.
They're going for this dub.
Love
it. They are getting the dub. That's what's happening for the Kahu in this Rapid League game.
That is nice.
They created
Millie Simpson off the bench and gets the Hoi Ho a bucket here as Thomas holds it for the last shot. Gives it to Crystal Ledger Walker, who loves a shot. 3 to shoot, pulls the trigger on a 3. And that'll do us first quarter of Sky Broadband Rapid League. Just a minute in between quarter breaks. And so the Hoi Ho, by virtue of Millie Simpson's bucket near the end there, give them just 2 points in that quarter. And the Kahu getting the job done, scoring 8.
The Hoi Ho only able to complete 20% of their shots, 1 for 5 in the quarter, 4 for 8 for the Kahu. Ended up 50% after that last Crystal Ledger Walker miss. 0 for 2 from deep, neither team able to find the range. 7 total rebounds in this one, but you love what you're seeing on the side of efficiency for the Kahu, creating good looks, getting a lot of paint penetrations, and although they're 0 for 2 from deep, 4 out of 5 inside the 3-point line.
You can join the TAB, just deposit $10 and you get a free $50 bonus bet. T's and C's apply. R18, bet responsibly. And the Kahu with Jodie Cameron and Todd Marshall coaching the Hoi Ho. It's a juggling act for this coaching staff, having to prepare them basically for 2 games, obviously, but then just a 20 or so minute break in between the main game and the Rapid League game as well.
And not a lot of time for these players that do play big minutes in the Rapid League to prepare themselves for the next one. And that's a bit of the rub when you're playing an Amari Thomas, when you're playing a Crystal Ledger Walker. They're key components for your efforts into Oihi, and what they use here, that's drained out of the batteries.
Tyler Mitchell flips it up. Thomas with her first rebound. Playing point forward here. Ledger Walker. Given room to shoot. Here comes Caitlin O'Connell, and she's fouled in the backcourt.
Crystal Ledger Walker with a nice look there. Jen O'Connell gave her plenty of space on the wing. She really did want to get it into Amari Thomas in that post position, but when they're going to leave you out open, you got to take it. Still unable to find the measure from deep are the Kahu. 0 for 3 now from beyond the arc.
Millie Simpson. Into O'Connell now, going to work front of the rim. Thomas with another board.
Flyable gets the ball in the corner. It's up high, and the triple drops.
And that is Keely Teeny off the long shot. And it's now 11-2. Hoi Ho had started well here, but that 3 has restored that big margin up to 9. Poked away, stays with the Hoi Ho on the baseline at the Centre in Dunedin.
Well, 9 points, a big deficit in the Rapid League. O'Connell needs to do some work inside to cut into it. Amari Thomas too tough defensively and on the boards.
Ledger Walker with a crossover. Good defense from O'Connell on the help. Back to Thomas. She'll pull the trigger on the 3 and rattles that one down.
Tough cover for Jen O'Connell. Amari Thomas with the step out. He's so concerned about her ability with the ball in hand, but she just lets that one fly.
Right-hand runner missed, but it's picked up by Brittany Richards in a turnover steal. Here comes Leger-Walker. Crystal Leger-Walker putting the move on, fouled the contact, and Crystal Leger-Walker will go to the line to shoot 2 from the TAV foul line.
KLW with the in and out, freezing the defender. First loses Jen O'Connell early, and then right here about the free throw line, boom, in and out. Gets the defender a little bit on the heels, takes the contact straight to the line. 2 attempts there. Amari Thomas lining up, so it feels like a real free throw, and it is. Count the first one from the TAB, and BNZ Northern Kahu putting together a dominating performance here in the first half. KLW can't make it 2 from 2.
On the drive and the foul. Tough shot.
Tyler Mitchell isolated on the wing there, and she's an aggressive player. He puts it on the ball, puts the ball on the floor, and creates that opportunity on the rim, but unable to get the finish. Certainly free throws will give them a chance to cut into the lead and set that defense up on the back end.
Rihanna Rangi Brown with the foul. Number 20. Tyler Mitchell at the line.
Do you think they only booked the DJ for the To'i game?
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Just wondering. See, we're getting the full effects though. Loving to hear the squeaky of the shoes out there.
I love the fact we could hear Jodie Cameron tell a player she was ball watching. Bailey Flavel, daughter of Judd Flavel, Canterbury Rams title-winning coach from the Sal's NBL, on the drive, and she's fouled.
Bailey Flavel, a developing player. I mean, still in high school. A great experience for her. When we talk about, you know, the high-level players that are coming through and playing this, and the development of those players, the fact that you've got a player born in 2007 out there, able to play with and feed off of and learn from these players who are on the cusp of WNBA careers, it's just really impressive. And what a crash course in your basketball learning skills to call these players teammates and be able to compete against them as well.
Gracie Roberts here, number 11 with the ball for the Hoihok. Looking for just their second field goal in this half of Sky Broadband Rapid League. It's down low to Sophie Adams in a rebound from Anderson. Flavel kicking it to Thomas, who gives it out to, excuse me, that is Bailey Flavel there, misses that 3.
Pace quickening, a minute left in this one, but the Hoihok need to create some opportunities with their pace. Just haven't been able to take advantage of the few they have created.
The Kahu defense all over the Hoihok at midcourt. Oh, great look. Nice basketball from Thomas to Flavel, the connection on the fast break. Oh, and there's a decent foul on Awatea Leach, and she will be into everything in the next game as well. And so Hoihok turnover just compounds this bit of misery in this first half of the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
Chance for a 2-for-1 if they go up for the quick look, which they do.
That misses from Rangi Brown. Up ahead. Brittany Richards into the corner to Millie Simpson, driving, kicking. Sophie Adams, 6 to shoot for the Hoihok. And again, Kahu just all over them. And another turnover, steal again. Here comes Flavel. Good defense in transition. Half-time is here. There's a 2-minute break between the first and the second half. The Kahu, dominant fashion, holding the Hoihok to just 1 field goal in that first half. And they lead by 14, 18-4 with 2 free throws adding to the 2 points they had in the first quarter.
That's what you call a Kahu clinic. They are putting it together defensively. I mean, absolutely strangled the Hoyo's offensive looks. Was it 1 for 10, 1 for 11, either way. The most the Hoyo shot today was 10% in that first half. An impressive display to be able to take away all those options and do so without fouling. You know, only a couple of attempts at the free throw line as well. And to be able to defend like that, impressive.
There's your Sal's Pizza deal. $25, get a large cheese pizza. Use that QR code when you order in the code basket. It's valid until tomorrow. T's and C's apply.
Gotta say, I like my pizzas with a bit of topping. Not gonna lie, I prefer it. Of course, I've got children, and they prefer it without.
We are in the same boat.
Well, your official stats parser of the TAB will take us through the stats here in the first half. The Kahu dominating. 7 for 15 from the field, 46%. 2 for 8 from deep, not quite where they wanted there, 25%, but on the rebound front, they've had 8 of those. 3 assists on those 7 buckets, and the big one, 4 steals created. 8 turnovers in total for the Hoyo, not shooting the ball well as of yet, just 1 for 10 from the field, 1 for 9 from inside the arc. 10 rebounds, creating some opportunities there, but 0 assists. So even on the bucket they did get, just not creating or making that defense bend quite enough with the pass. I'd like to see some more ball movement in the second half, try and evade that pressure that this Kahu squad has put on with such effectiveness throughout the first half, pardon.
So a 10-point second quarter gives this Kahu team an impressive 18-4 lead.
And in the personal scores, we got Keely Teeny with 7 points leading the way for the Kahu, backed up by Crystal Ledger-Walker and Amari Thomas with 3 apiece. And for the Hoya, we got Tyler Mitchell with 2 and Millie Simpson as well on 2. And that is the total of it. 4 rebounds for Jen O'Connell, 3 for Amari Thomas.
Back the other way into the third quarter as Zora Anderson off the nice feed misses the 2. Hoya looking for this bucket, the second bucket. Gracie Roberts here. Turns the corner, hesitation, left hand. Oh, just left it on the front of the rim. Awatia Leach comes away with the ball, pushing the pace. Feeling the contact, almost banked it in. Awatia Leach, that is good hustle. She'll head to the TAB line to shoot 2.
You know, creating real advantage in transition once again. Love the pace that Leach is playing with. Getting that ball, a bit of broken play rebound, but second it's in her hands, she's off to the races, putting the defenders in real pressure. She's changing direction, doesn't get the finish, but gets the TAB, missing the first.
Spent time in Australia. She's from Rotorua, and she is a nice addition to the Kahu guard rotation. Of course, no Talia Tapaya for Jody Cameron and the BNZ Northern Kahu, troubled by a shoulder complaint, which doesn't help their cause, not having the MVP, but still a deep team for Jody Cameron to call on. Nice catch inside to Jennifer O'Connell.
Like the pass by Gracie Roberts here, really just throwing it up high, letting the interior player just go up and get it, use that length advantage she has.
Oh, nice hands from Thomas and Ledger-Walker with the pass as well. That combination is very, very useful at any level of basketball here, whether it be Rapid League or Tauihi.
A two-woman game is difficult to dissuade from the basket. Amari Thomas finding her way. And defense again by Crystal Ledger-Walker.
Knocked away Roberts here drive. Millie Simpson. Awatia Leach on her. Ledger-Walker comes over. It's O'Connell with the shot clock expiring.
The Kahu are giving up the shots they want to give up. Leach in transition. Can't find the pass onto the baseline. Thinking that Marie was going to go to the bucket. Instead, outside. Zura Anderson was thinking three-pointer. (20-6). It does not look like a comeback is in the cards, but if one is, they have to start with triples soon. Unfortunately, that doesn't drop.
Legia Walker playing with a bit of freedom now with this large lead, happy to push it. And it stays with the BNZ Northern Kahu, 20-6. Just 2 field goals. The Hoi Ho in this Sky Broadband Rapid League game.
Well, 2 was better than the 1 at halftime.
That's
so step in the right direction.
That is the kind of stat you'll get with the TAB official stats partner of the GJ Gāna Basketball Aotearoa and Sky Broadband Rapid League. Hoi Ho forced the turnover. And Murray Thomas just stood there and took the foul.
No, Brittany Richards. Yeah, she's a nice little head and shoulder fake one direction coming back to the strong hand, but just makes Amari Thomas think enough that she might be going off that other side. She earns the whistle, heads to the TAB, and a couple of attempts to make it a little bit closer. Of course, you know, with the three-point shot, if they get hot from deep, they could close the gap quickly. But they do need to find ways to slow down the Kahu on the other end of the court. Good effort on the box out. Jen O'Connell gets whistled for that one on the back of
Keely Tini. Tini should just stood there and then was overpowered, but stood her ground. Here is Tini pulling the trigger with the long 2.
I like the assist there from Bailey Flavel. Coming off the on ball, the physicality pushed her off the line, but she stayed strong with the basketball to find the assist.
Poked away, stays with the Hoi Ho. And 1 second remaining and 10 on the shot clock for this third quarter.
Tyler Mitchell inbounds. O'Connell kicks it out quickly.
Lily Simpson fires it back. Here's Mitchell again with the right hand. Thomas with the rebound. Murray Thomas still out there with Legia Walker, and they connect again. Those two know where each other are.
I feel like IT and KLW are going to get the fourth quarter off. They have put in the work, and they've got a superior lead here.
It's just been tough work for the Hoi Ho in this Rapid League game.
Haley Flavel going to work.
Putting the move on and can't get the 2 though. She did everything right, and then a cheeky foul from Leach in the backcourt.
Not in the bonus. 4 fouls gets you into the bonus here in Rapid League. So Caitlin O'Connell yelling out to the teammates about how can we get a bucket here to kick up our 2-point per quarter average.
Kahu happy just to extend the pressure.
Ruthless.
Legia Walker called for the foul. There is no let up from the BNZ Northern Kahu.
If it's worth playing, it's worth winning. So if you're going to be out there, you might as well be going hard. I appreciate it. Now, will they be able to keep this pressure up into the fourth quarter of the game against Toyoha, who are a formidable opponent indeed? When we get to the To'ihi later today, that's where all this strategy really comes into play.
Jody Cameron saying, don't relax. And Caitlin O'Connell fouled on the drive.
Just opened that door widely. Did Leach. Was a bit more concerned about the screen, but O'Connell took that driving lane. Couldn't get the finish, but a chance for 2 and cut it a little closer, missing the first. Free throws have been a bit unkind to the Hoi Ho. 2 for 5 now. That's slightly better than the 2 for 6 that the Kahu are shooting.
On the glass, that is great work from Sophie Adams. And that is it. Third quarter done, 24-6 points from the Northern Kahu, and Southern Hoihol just the 8.
Well, the Kahu came in putting a lot of value on getting the point in Rapid League today, and they've put themselves in great stead heading into the 4th quarter. Just 4 minutes remain, going to be difficult to say the least to see the Hoihol try and claw back from this one.
This week of Toihi Basketball Aotearoa, we are proud to get behind Women's Refuge in their 17,680 Nights of July fundraising appeal. Why that large number of 17,680? That's how many nights of safe, secure accommodation women and children escaping family violence will need. And that's just this month. Get behind this great cause by booking a safe night on behalf of a woman in need. For just $20, you can help provide a safe place to sleep, hot meals, and of course 24/7 support. Gift a safe night today at nightsofjuly.co.nz. That is nightsofjuly.co.nz.
Fantastic clause that the Toihi has partnered up with here, and of course it's always a grim reminder of the reality out there, and if you can give, please do.
That is a stark number for just a month. 17,000, over 17,000 nights. So that website again, if you'd like to help, nightsofjuly.co.nz.
And the Hoihol looking for a different kind of help here in the 4th quarter on the offensive end. See if they can't create some advantage with their plays here. The pressure has been non-stop from the Kahu as this game's gone along, and the back end of defense has been just as stout.
Three ball on the way, front of the rim from Tyler Mitchell. And that will be a foul on the Kahu.
Well, good hustle, Tyler Mitchell. Being aggressive, had a decent look at it, let it up, but then chasing it down to create an extra opportunity as Amari Thomas just jumps in that passing lane too quickly.
Committed the foul, then gets the steal. Ledger Walker's shot is blocked. Good defense in transition. And then the Hoihol steal the ball here. Caitlin O'Connell driving on Thomas. Thomas picks up her 3rd foul here. So no respite for the Hoihol with Ledger Walker and Thomas out there in the 4th.
I can't believe they're still out there. I really can't. They're up 16 with 3.5 to go. And they're going to play a considerable role in this next game. So just a cheeky extra 1/4 of basketball tossed onto the legs.
Ledger Walker has played 10 minutes, 10.5 minutes. Thomas has played 12 minutes and 27 seconds. She hasn't sat, I don't believe. If she has, it's been brief. She grabs the rebound there. A foul on the backcourt from Tyler Mitchell of the Hoihol.
Good aggressiveness. Might as well get aggressive at this point. You got nothing to lose. Go out there. Reckless abandon is what you need. So just try and make it a ball game. They're working this 2-woman game on the wing. Crystal Ledger Walker and Amari Thomas have been punishing defenders.
Good work on the glass from Tini. Keely Tini with her 4th rebound. And 11 points as well. And now it's Flavel in the backcourt, picks up the foul. Just her 1st. Kahu. I love this from Jodie Cameron. Just all over them.
There's
You want to earn minutes in Toihi, you go out there and give them 94 feet of hell in Rapid League for me. It's just the 2 subs you can see there. That's how it works in Rapid League. The starting 5 cannot feature from Toihi. As Caitlin O'Connell gets the 3.
splash. Lets that one fly quickly, and well, finding a little bit of form late in this one. Still a bit of time. I don't know, a miracle could happen. They could hit 5 straight threes.
Well, they need a stop first, and they can't get one there. Nice move from Bailey Flavel.
Step through. Showing some advanced footwork there. And the strength to finish with the bucket. Illegal screen up high on Adams, going the other way.
Sophie Adams. We've got subs for the Hoi Ho. In comes Jennifer O'Connell. And I imagine Thomas is sitting. She is.
Thank goodness.
And so is Crystal Ledger-Walker.
They earned it.
Awatira Leach
Goes down hard.
goes down hard on her butt, but she is up. Has a tough foul.
That's a lot of give in that court, thankfully. It's a springy one. So hopefully, not the worse for wear. And a couple of attempts from the free throw stripe always make a shooter feel better. Short on the first. 2:05 left in this one. I wonder if the Kahu are going to continue to apply that full court pressure.
29-11. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. Millie Simpson. All sorts of trouble here are the Hoi Ho with Caitlin O'Connor having the ball now. And we've got an offensive foul again on Sophie Adams with that screen.
And just leaning into it a bit. She's a bit perplexed on the call, but that is still a point of emphasis. Got to stay in those cylinders. .140 left in this one. Probably around 6 possessions left. Maybe 5.
It's a foul. Millie Simpson trying to get around that screen up high. And now we're in the bonus.
It comes quickly for the Kahu here.
Brianna Bangi-Brown with the make on the first. Front of the rim. Oh, O'Connell just got all of Keely Tinney. And she's called for the foul again.
Oh, Jen O'Connell just couldn't clear that space. Was looking for a little bit of help. But more full court defense from the Kahu.
That's her third foul for O'Connell.
Just one short of fouling out. I think if somebody fouls out in the Rapid, just for fun, they'd try and use 6. if they were able to get 6 in the To'ihi, that would be hilarious.
O'Connell, foul on her. She goes around her. Nice move. Caitlin O'Connell in the bright spot for the Hoi Ho in this league, Rapid League game, and great defense from both Brittany Richards and Jennifer O'Connell there from the Hoi Ho.
Jen O'Connell using her size well to just shed Bailey Flavel.
And we've got just over a minute to go there in the game. With the Pistons leading 13-15.
Caitlin O'Connell bringing it up, the O'Connell to O'Connell screen, and there's another offensive foul.
It's another foul on the screen. Is that the 4th one?
I think that is the 4th.
It's the 4th offensive foul, maybe the 3rd on the screen here between Sophie Adams and Jennifer O'Connell, just getting their timing wrong. You just saw it there, just getting the footwork and the balance.
Jen O'Connell just pick up her 4th personal foul and stay in the ballgame?
We'll check that. So our stats catch up. Cross-court pass. Good defense from O'Connell. And too much defense in the end. It shut off that baseline on Leach. Just her first foul for Caitlin O'Connell.
And that is the 4th personal foul on Jen O'Connell. Confirmed.
And a miss on the second. it will stay with Makahu. 38.1 to go.
Not content to dribble this bad boy out. Look, going all the way.
Here's Orangi Brown. Leach. Leach, not for the first time in this Rapid League game, has gone down. She gets back up.
Well, using every foul they got. They're not going softly into that good night.
Well, I tell you what, the game coming up, the last time these two teams played in the Toihi game, there were approximately 4,000 fouls between these two teams. There were 57 fouls.
That is, I mean, in basketball, that might as well be 4,000.
There were 71 foul shots combined between the Hoiho and the Kahu 15 days ago in the Toihi Basketball Aotearoa game.
We're going to have less fouls today, right, Bulls?
Sure. How long do you pay parking for?
Always long enough.
31-13. Hoiho with the possession here. It's been all Kahu all game. And good rebound by Sophie Adams.
And that will do it. As soon as this one gets dribbled out, a dominating performance from the Kahu start to finish.
Sky Broadband Rapid League game between the Hoiho and the visiting BNZ Northern Kahu. Sees the Kahu get the win 31-15. We'll be back with Toihi Basketball Aotearoa at the top of the hour. No mai, haere mai, welcome back to the Edgar Centre. The Southern Hoiho hosting the BNZ Northern Kahu in a GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa matchup where these two teams have already played 15 days ago, and it was a Hoiho win 82-76, and it was a foul fest between these two teams. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out, but these two teams are on the rise. The Kahu coming off a win against the Whai on Friday night, winning 83-71. 2-2 in Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for this one. The Southern Hoiho have not lost a Tauihi basketball game. They are 3-0. And you can see there, by virtue of the Tokomanawa Queens playing more games, and they also have 3 Rapid League wins. They are sitting pretty, 2 points clear of the Southern Hoiho, who lost their Rapid League game. So you get a point in the standings for a Rapid League win, and you get 3 for a Tauihi win. And Casey, the Kahu tweaking their Rapid League lineup for the last couple of games.
Tweaking it and snatching those points. That's going to be interesting to see if that has effects on the Tauihi game as we take a look at the upcoming schedule from next week. Kicking things off early on Tuesday from this building right here, the Edgar Center in Dunedin. The Hoiho taking on the Tokomanawa Queens. Wednesday night up north, Whangarei Mackay Stadium. Northern Kahu take on the mainland Pokai. And on August 4th, this Friday, the Whai playing host to the Southern Hoiho, part of their double.
Nice to see the Kahu reflect their region as well, playing in Pukekohe as Event Finder Stadium has been refurbished. And here is the starting 5. You can't start Crystal Ledger-Walker or Mara Thomas, who played in the Rapid League game. They will come off the bench. And for Coach Jody Cameron, it's an important game against the team that is unbeaten in Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa.
We're with Jody from the Kahu. Now, the Hoiho found great success on the glass, grabbing 17 boards in your last matchup. What's the key to the Kahu limiting their effectiveness on the glass today?
I suppose, probably grabbing more rebounds in them is one thing, and, the preparation beforehand. They had 11 weeks in and we haven't, so we've gained a bit of ground since then, and we're on the upward trajectory, and we just hope to, capitalise on that.
And some movement in the roster with you guys, with Talia Tupai out due to injury, but Penina Davidson and Ashley Udaseki available this time round. What does the Kahu game plan look like with these changes?
Better for one, but it's going to be a game where hopefully we're better matched up. We have had a little bit more time together, and so I'm looking forward to the matchups and testing ourselves. Last time the Hoiho had over us everywhere.
All the best for today.
Cheers.
Jody Cameron dialed in for this one. The Hoiho, they're starting 5. Ashton Prechtel, she will be on the glass up against Penina Davidson and Amari Thomas and Zoe Richards as well. It is going to be a battle of the boards, Casey Frank.
Absolutely, but at their best, the Hoiho are able to really dominate in their game against the Kahu first time out. They just snuck the victory 43-17, but pulled down 17 offensive boards, and that was a big key in their victory the first time around.
And Todd Marshall is the coach of the Southern Hoiho.
Todd, Zoe Richards is playing great basketball to tip off the season. What do you attribute her jump in effectiveness to?
Zoe's just putting the work in. She's in the gym every day, she's shooting, she trains hard every day, and from that you get results, and she deserves everything she's getting.
And despite Talia Tupai missing due to injury, Penina Davidson is a major inclusion that was absent the first time round. How do you limit the effectiveness of the Kahu interior attack now that she's paired with Mary Thomas on the interior?
Yeah, it's going to be a big challenge really, and we've got to play defence before these players get the ball. If you let them get set, get the ball where they want, you've got a few issues. So we just need to play D, try and push them off their spots and see what happens from there.
Cool. All the best for today.
Thank you.
Ready and waiting for these two teams to make their way out. Here is the head-to-head, and you can see a glasswork of Prechtel and Davidson, who's coming off a 25-20 game on Friday night against the Phi, Penina Davidson.
Yeah, it's all about the interior for me on this game. Prechtel, her dominance of 21 and 13 rebounds per game. She had the first 20-20 rebound game in To'i history. Well, the second one, Penina Davidson, a couple of weeks later, averaging 15.3 rebounds per game, absolutely dominating that aspect. And Amari Thomas at 22.5. Pick your poison down low. It is going to be a difficult sled for the Hoi Ho to push, having to guard those two with regularity.
Paige Bradley as well, averaging 9 assists. Tohi Basketball Aotearoa here, looking at your coin referees. Hamish Dale, Regan Ashley and Taylor Lynch will control the game in this way, and we'll be interested to see how many fouls they call, because there were a lot of fouls called the last time these two teams played. I can tell you there were 57 fouls, and there were a lot of free throws attempted. 71 foul shots from the TAB line between these two teams were shot.
And that's a product of the style with which these teams play. You know, the Kahu are a very physical team. They're going to get up, they're going to get in, they're going to pressure you, and offensively, they're looking for contact. In particular, when Talia Tupaya is playing, she does such a nice job of getting her way into the paint, receiving that contact, getting to the free throw line. Less calls, I think, will be coming the Kahu's way with her unavailable due to injury, but this Hoi Ho team, they as well have a real focus on interior play, do a nice job of forcing the officials to blow that whistle with their aggressiveness on both ends of the court, you know, forcing them to make decisions. And these are two teams that play with the chip on their shoulder, won't back down, and that may lead to an increase in whistles, but it's going to make out for good basketball when it's live.
Well, both these teams aren't very good from the TAB line, shooting just 51% from the TAB. Also not proficient from the three-point line as well.
Looks for a second like the players are going to do international-wise, get the handshake and get another warm-up going. But we're ready for basketball here. Line it up, tip it off, let's go. Teams getting their last motivational checks and strategy pitches from the coaching staffs. For me, it's going to be about the pace. This, both teams do play with a lot of pace, but which team has the better depth right now? Some players that are expected to play big minutes tonight on the court for the Northern Kahu in that Rapid League game. Will that give the Hoi Ho just enough of an advantage to pull this one out on their home court for the second time in a row against the BNZ Northern Kahu?
The Hoi Ho out in their navy uniforms. Their Rapid League team played in the yellow, the gold. Kahu out in their baby blue. Penina Davidson. And he's back, our favourite ball kid so far in Tohi and Rapid League.
Chuffed.
Look at him, he's absolutely loving this. Oh, Penina, give him the ball. Look at him, he's loving it.
Some more photos.
Watch him
up the moment.
Watch him run off.
Where are you, Mom?
Look
Where
at
are
his
you?
enthusiasm,
Bang.
he's done it again.
Good effort, young fella.
Yeah, buddy.
I think he hurt his lip.
I think he did so. I think he got a shoulder there from Mum. That's a yellow card, could get upgraded to a red. We're underway here at Tohi Basketball Aotearoa. It's the Hoi Ho with the ball. Paige Bradley finishing. Nice move.
leading the team in assists, 9 per game, but showing she's got the ability to score as well. She's averaging over 14 points a game on the season, so no surprise that she gets aggressive.
Ashley Udaseki giving it to Tuaiti. And Tuaiti pulls up, misses that. Prechtel with her first rebound. And
Elise Hurst, big push.
Elise Hurst sliding to the ground.
She's got a tremendous burst of speed there. She goes from her slower gears to finding that next level to get that whistle.
Great look to Prechtel. He kicks it out. And that free ball missed by Hurst.
Reed bringing it up on the sideline. Likes Udeseki. Saw Tanina Davidson in the post. And Samara Gallagher got a bit of a size mismatch.
Did some work against the Fight on Friday night. 25 and 20. Stepping through is Samara Gallagher. Prechtel can't control the rebound. And will stay with the BNZ Northern Kahu.
I really like the footwork by Gallagher and the aggressiveness in transition. Nice move. Couldn't find the finish, and Prechtel unable to capitalize on that effort on the weak side. So my question is, how long are Thomas and KLW going to be in the game? Are we 7:30?
Well, no, Brooke had it at 9 on Friday night. Brooke Rusko in commentary with me. He reckoned a minute, and it was out by, they were due in now, actually. They came in around the 8-minute mark, but 7:30. No movement on the bench.
No movement. My 7:30 is my number. I've got the under.
Tara Reid slips. Sorry, Richards with the ball. Oh, Prechtel, the trailer. No one picked her up. Pushed out to the three-point line.
Just bad communication. A broken play there, and unable to get back in transition. Good push by Prechtel to find the open lane.
Here's Tara Reid. Giving it up to Davidson. Prechtel blocks that shot. Look at her run the floor as well.
Putting a lot of pressure on Tanina Davidson's transition defense as we see Zoe Richards drain the triple. Finding the range from deep in transition, no hesitation.
Shooting 20% from 3, averaging 15.3 points a game, Zoe Richards. And that looked pure as the driven snow. And here we go.
Subs.
We've got some subs. Here comes Crystal Ledger-Walker. You're 4 seconds out. I'll give you 7:26 though, Casey.
It was a good go. It was an educated guess at the least.
Tuaiti sits. Ledger-Walker pulls that down. Excuse me, Tuaiti's out there. Ledger-Walker with the ball.
It was Ash Udeseki who went to the bench.
Udeseki sits. And that is good from Jason Tini, daughter of Jody Cameron.
Finds the range on the mid-range. Nice form on the shot. The Gallagher comes back. Richards, aggressive.
And then one cause, Prechtel tried to fire it back in and just stepped out.
Ashton Prechtel hasn't had the ball in hand yet, but she's got a lot of presence on the offensive glass. Had that big block on Davidson as well. If I'm the Hoya, I'm trying to get her a little bit involved despite being up 7-2 early.
Oh, good steal. And that is a tough foul, but great anticipation there.
Good recovery to take away the short bucket. Tara Reid just jumped that pass a little early. We see the hustle coming back into it, but Samara Gallagher understands that contact's coming, wants to try and get the end one, doesn't get that, but does get herself to the TAB line for 2 attempts and a chance to stretch this lead out to 7.
44.4% early on in Tohi Basketball Aotearoa shooting from the TAB line, Samara Gallagher, but it's good on the first. Jumped out to a lead here, 9-2 in the first quarter. The second trip to the Edgar Centre early on in Toehi. Ledger-Walker. Here comes Tanina Davidson up high. Sets the screen. Goes around Prechtel. Kicks it out. Tara Reid pull up. It's Tini with the rebound. And she's fouled. Jason Tini will go to the line to shoot 2.
Jason Tini having the confidence rewarded. Hasn't really contributed on the To'ihi level yet this season, but able to get in early, has the baseline jumper, has the offensive rebound putback opportunity now, and she's able to hit 2. A little strange little quirk of things. Well, it doesn't hit that one, but the first game between these two teams started 9-4 Hoiho as well.
Gracie Roberts here in the game. Gallagher takes a seat. Got subs on the make. Will it be Mari Thomas, it is. She's in the game for the Kahu, number 23, number 23, rather. Thought it's going to be her spot there. Zoe Richards hadn't quite made it. Stays with the Hoi Hoa though.
Tried to play hot potato on the sideline there. You touched it last. No, you touched it last. Nice effort. Zoe Richards keeps the ball.
Prechtel.
This Ledger Walker is really gambling.
Oh wow, nice catch. Ashton Prechtel.
Beautiful find. Delivered really nicely high. Prechtel keeps it high, finishes high. Well, executing well.
Again, that's nice basketball. Amara Thomas will head to the line to shoot 2 from the TAB foul line.
Well, I think it's going to be important for both teams to take advantage of the aggressiveness of the opposition defenses. They're really getting up and in the passing lanes, trying to force those steals, pressuring the ball hard. I'd like to see some backdoor cuts, some pass fakes to make those defenders bite before you can take advantage of those cuts towards the rim. Well played.
Paige Bradley misses that.
Nice offense, though. You'd like to see the give, the go executed well. Nothing wrong with the shot created.
Thomas directing traffic for the Kahu. Tuaiti finds Panina Davidson and misses that. Good presence from Prechtel there.
Prechtel always around. Davidson's got to finish that one on the mismatch, though.
Is that a look away to Hurst?
That's Amari Thomas on Zoe Richards. Zoe Richards is just active at all times. Just gets herself involved into a lot of physicality and baits that whistle there. Was completely out of play. Couldn't have gotten in a rebound, but her hustle keeps possession.
No Talia Tupaia for the Kahu. She did play in the first game between these two teams, and she had 24 points. Zoe Richards with the up fake. Just gave it the look, just trying to step through. Reed and Davidson, and she's fouled. Yeah, Zoe Richards is really up to activity from last season by the looks, Casey. As you heard from Todd Marshall, coach of the Hoi Hoa before the game. Sounded like a bit of a gym rat, just in every day, working on her game. And you can see it's paying dividends here as the Hoi Hoa have a 7-point lead.
Well, the effort has always been there. There's no doubt about it. She's worked her tail off last season, but wasn't able to get those results. A tough season for the Hoi Hoa, but when you look at the way she's improved her game from one season ago to this, it's impressive. I mean, when you not just the efficiency with which she's going, but the effort that she's putting in.
They lost Amari Thomas on the baseline. He gets 2. Closes this Hoi Hoa lead to 5. 12-7. I see Roberts here working around Prechtel. He gives it up and gives it to Hurst. Hurst keeps her pivot foot just. And that 3 ball from Paige Bradley is rebounded by Thomas. Here comes Reed. Panina Davidson up high. Mara Thomas with a backdoor seal, and she is in amongst 4 Hoi Hoa. That 3 is in and out by Ledger Walker. Prechtel with another rebound.
Prechtel, I love her all-around game. Finds Zoe Richards in the corner. Doesn't get that one, but another nice opportunity created in transition. You love to see when one of the bigs can get that ball, initiate the break, makes it much tougher to pick up moving-wise. On the wing, back up top, Tara Reed with the runner.
Panina Davidson just pushing Zoe Richards out of the way. Called for the foul, maybe. No foul call, just came off Panina Davidson. She got away with a push there.
It's going to be a test for Zoe Richards today, matched up against Panina Davidson, because she's giving up a bit of mass there, and Panina's been in excellent form.
3 ball, Hurst.
Offensive foul there.
Yeah, called on Paige Bradley with the push.
I love the action that the Hoi Hoa ran. A really nice screen there, trying to get Prechtel in the point, but when Crystal Ledger Walker got up and bumped her, that opened up the shooter out high. Doesn't get the drop, but executing as well as you could ask for.
Gracie Roberts here, right up on Leach. Oh, wow, threading the needle to Davidson. He kicks it out to Ledger Walker. It's under 5 to shoot. Leach needs to put it up. Right hand.
Another block for Prechtel.
Prechtel, NCAA champion with Stanford a couple of years ago. Been to the Final Four a couple of times. Prechtel on the post. Tied up.
Oh, what a find.
Wow, Zoe Richards, Panina Davidson on help both times, playing effective defense for the Kahu. And we're going the other way as Davidson, rewarded for running the floor, kicks it out. Reed, runner, just not soft enough to drop.
Yeah, that's Prechtel's intimidation factor defensively, forcing Davidson to kick it out.
End to end here at the Edgar Center.
Paige Bradley
getting the deuce. And the Hoihol have a 14-7 lead over the Kahu.
Paige Bradley pushing the pace. 4 points for her now.
Ledger Walker, 6 to shoot. Thomas, this worked in Rapid League, this duo. As Ledger Walker just puts it up. Oh, that's tough with 0.8 on the shot clock.
And if that's Bradley, that's going to be her second. Sorry, that's going to be her third. And that is unfortunate to have happen here in the first quarter. As we hear the MC, yeah, he agrees. It has come together. Crystal Ledger Walker gets the whistle and bangs home the free throw from the TAB.
Prechtel with the rebound. Lead is 6 for the Hoihol. A turnover, miscommunications between Richards and Prechtel. Here's Thomas right into the chest of Zoe. And here comes Ashton Prechtel. Pull up. Oh, Ashton Prechtel. What a tremendous basketball player she is.
She's really skilled, man. She's 6'4", 6'5", taking the ball off the rebound, dribbling up court with the pull-up. That is a difficult task to try and defend if you're a similar size player.
34th pick in the WNBA draft as Amari Thomas is fouled, of the Connecticut Sun for Ashton Prechtel. And Amari Thomas, she will go to the line.
Love that high-low. Panina Davidson delivers it exactly where Amari Thomas needed it, right in the breadbasket. Can't get the finish, but takes the harm. And now hits the first from the TAB as the Kahu starting to assert some dominance down low, but got to drag Ashton Prechtel out from that painted area first.
Shooting just 2 of 12 from the two-point line, two-point area rather, excuse me. Most of that is around Prechtel. A large presence in the key. And the handle, the strip. Ledger Walker to Leach. Richards is back, spinning as Leach. Sorry, Richards, read it well.
Ashton Prechtel, 6 points, 8 rebounds in this one. 17 and 12, first time these two teams matched up, so well on her way to that level of effectiveness. Crystal Ledger Walker is an absolute demon on the basketball right now, causing a lot of problems for Hoihol ball handlers.
Prechtel for 3, front of the rim. Nicely tracked down. Samara Gallagher's back in the game. Prechtel with the turnaround. Shoots over the top. Ledger Walker, though, has the rebound after it was left short. Ledger Walker looking for Panina Davidson. There's the smaller Caitlin O'Connell on her.
It's the right thought process, but just need to put a little bit more air underneath that pass. On that straighter line, too difficult for Davidson to handle. And with that size advantage that she had, you just want to put it as high as possible and give her time to get underneath it. Not the way it was executed in the end.
Here comes the drive of Samara Gallagher. Coach Jody Cameron wants the arm bar on that drive, but she won't get that call.
Asa Anderson gets called for the foul.
Daughter of Vinnie Anderson, former Warrior, New Zealand Rugby League player. up the wires. Samara Gallagher had a seat already. This is the first. She's one of those players returning from the Hoy Hall from last season when they, as you said, you alluded to, they were the team that missed out on the playoffs. Only 5 teams in Tauihi at the moment. 4 make the semi-finals.
Based on the form of this round, I'm going to blame the imports last year.
That bucket is good. And that is Azura Anderson. And that'll do us. First quarter is over. It's the Hoy Hall in control after 1. They lead 17-12 at the Edgar Centre. We'll take a break.
Southern Hoy Hall 17, BNZ Kahu 12. Alright, now got the GJ Gardner program contest. We've got Trinity and we've got Holly. Dealers, starting free throw line, run to halfway. Wrap the ball around your body, go back and take a shot. Yeah? Alright, let's do it. Go! And Trinity! Honey, you taking it out! Trinity wins! Well done, Trinity! And we'll take it to the team as GJ down the homes.
Use that QR code there to order. It's valid until Monday the 31st of July. Thank you to Sal's for amazing deals throughout Sal's NBL, Sky Broadband Rapid League and Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa GJ Gardner Homes.
Are we going to run out of basketball-related code words
Yeah.
before the end of the Tauihi season?
Have we had flop yet?
Ooh, flop's not a good. We want positive, positive connotations. Well, lovely quarter from the Hoy Hall defensively, holding the Kahu just 12 in that opener. And they did it with defense. The Kahu's just shooting 3 for 17 overall, 0 for 3 from deep, and another turnover forced. That is the 4th of the game for the Kahu, but just impressive in that half court. The Hoy Hall giving up nothing easy as they've taken control of this one by 5 points.
Ashton Brechtel, oh my goodness. She has unbelievable confidence in game. And she just brings the ball up, shoots the 3, left a little bit short. But Ashton Brechtel making things happen here for the Hoy Hall.
Great size on the court for the Hoy Hall now as well. Jen O'Connell in next to Brechtel, so you're going 6'5", 6'4" on that front line, and O'Connell gets the rebound, couldn't get the make, but that's going to put a lot of pressure on the front line of the Kahu to continue to rebound well, especially against this Hoy Hall team that dominated them on the offensive glass last time out.
Jennifer O'Connell making that one. Caitlin O'Connell, no relation on the defensive end here, looking at Leach. Davidson to Ledger Walker. Working with Thomas. Gallagher picks her up. Leach for 3. Knocks that down.
I love the pass from Crystal Ledger Walker, drawing defenders in on that penetration. Delivers that one-hand pass to make it a little quicker, and Leach drains it.
Caitlin with the up fake. And O'Connell misses that.
Crystal Ledger Walker pushing the pace, but no one of her teammates are able to keep up.
Thomas wants the mismatch. She's got Caitlin O'Connell on her back.
I got to get that into the interior, figure out how to get it down to her. Nice read by Brechtel to switch it up.
Brechtel, the presence, the Stanford education, no doubt. the court awareness, and that will be Hoi Hall ball. Penina Davidson couldn't control it, and it is a little bit frustrating to start this game for this quarter, I should say, for the BNZ Northern Kahu. Only down 3 though. Here comes Prechtel.
Oh, that big Leach triple closed the gap. Hoiha need to find a way to get some more efficiency offensively, creating good looks, but not finishing them off.
Contested 3 from Gallagher. Falls to Ledger Walker. She's looking up. She's trying to find Thomas with the seal. O'Connell, Jennifer O'Connell had her. Here's Ledger Walker. Off the glass. Operating with Penina Davidson there, but good defense.
Ooh, I think
from Elise Hurst, and that will be Kahu ball.
Yeah, that looked like it might have been off Penina Davidson, but the hustle is rewarded. I like the drive by Crystal Ledger Walker, freezing Prechtel, making her decide between the roller and herself. Doesn't get the look, but a lot of things to think about.
Prechtel with the steal, just picks it out of the air. Penina Davidson tracks back, tries to tie her up. She falls away.
That's a foul on O'Connell underneath her. Oh, it's not. That's going to stay. I thought O'Connell got called for the push-off, but she was the one being held. Prechtel did well to keep the ball, and Penina Davidson got her hand on it, created that shot opportunity in the offensive glass. The pressure that the Hoiha put in that area is displayed once again, but despite all the things going right for the Hoiha, just the 3-point lead, they're shooting 55% from inside the arc, but just 11% from deep. Out rebounding the Kahu by 4. And it's led to not as big a shot discrepancy as you'd think, a one-shot advantage for the Kahu, despite having the turnovers at 5 apiece as well.
Get your team merch, whether it be Sal's NBL or Toihi Basketball Aotearoa. You can use that QR code there. We've got a timeout at the Edgar Centre in the second quarter.
Jersey watch. What's your favorite jersey amongst the Toihi so far?
I'm going to have to go with the Tokomanoa Queens.
Man, it's clean.
That spearmint colour.
I love that mint.
Can I say that? Is it spearmint?
Spearmint? Yeah. I don't know if it's
I'm sure that's not the official word for it.
But it is mint for sure.
My Pantone colour palette is not great. I probably even said Pantone wrong.
I mean, I love the mint. I'm not sure that my complexion can pull it off, but I'd give it a go.
Actually, no, I'm very similar in complexion. The Kahu baby blue here is nice too. Traditional blue from the Hoiha, representing the Otago colours, and that will be Kahu ball. I was talking to Brooke about that on Friday night, Brooke Rusco on commentary, and just how those traditional colourways of the Sal's NBL with this new league and new teams, they're not bound by traditional colourways.
As we watch blue play light blue.
Well, you don't have to be like that. We were talking about the Phi and the Kahu when they were operating with pink.
It's true. the world's the oyster as we see the triple miss. Prechtel, another rebound. She's pulling them down with ease. That is number 8. Oh, look at Prechtel's hustle.
Prechtel can't get it to go down. She just seems to be in cruise control at the moment, but she's everywhere. That 3 from Reed is missed, but Thomas on the weak side pulls it down. Davidson from the TAB line shoots the 15-footer and makes it.
Well, I was wondering at what point the Thomas Penina Davidson connection would start to make some inroads. There you saw it on the offensive glass. Nice pass by Thomas. Davidson makes the 15-footer drop with ease.
Jenna O'Connell makes that.
A little high-low. I like the way O'Connell just got excellent position and used her height on Thomas. Nice delivery by Prechtel, becoming the facilitator in that instance.
Thomas for 3. Knocks it down. And we've got a foul. I think it's going to be Alatia Leach there. Just a little bit too aggressive. Subs coming in. Tuiti in the game.
Zoe Richards bringing it across half court, and there's a one-on-one opportunity with Thomas that she decides the better of.
Prechtel up high, handing it off to Gallagher. Tough shot from Samara Gallagher. And that will be back to the Kahu. All tied up at 20. This has been good from the BNZ Northern Kahu. Finding a little bit of rhythm.
Oh, nice high-low. Really well passed.
And there's just the strength of Thomas down low, getting the and one.
And just the recognition, both of Davidson and of Amari Thomas. Zoe Richards, you know, we spoke about her effectiveness at the power forward position, but that's a tough matchup against Amari Thomas, who sees that she's got that high, low position, seals well, and Panina Davidson drops it in perfectly, and that is exactly how you want to execute that play.
It's the first lead of the game for the BNZ Northern Kahu.
Don't forget, this has been a long time on the bench for Paige Bradley. She's extremely important to the way this Hoi Ho team runs things offensively, and she's been gone for a while.
That three missed by Hurst.
Is that a foul on Gallagher? Terrell Reed.
It's just 3 points in this quarter for the Hoi Ho. Had 17 in the first, coming up to the midway point. Kahu have fought their way back into this with a 3-point lead. Thomas. Gallagher pokes it away, good turnover. Here comes Prechtel on the open floor. 3 Kahu around her, finds Samara Gallagher. Gallagher pulls the trigger on the 3.
Oh, nice offense, good movement, creating opportunities, but Kahu able to just hold on defensively.
Tuiti, there's Richards on her. Thomas sees the double. Nice ball movement to Tara Reid. Tara Reid driving, left hand. Zoe Richards, good defense, got a piece of it.
Another block for Zoe Richards. Prechtel in transition, had the space at the free throw line, but a tough angle pushed through by Caitlin O'Connell.
Here comes Ledger Walker. She's got Richards tracking back, and still Ledger Walker misses that. Zoe Richards, tough. It's Panina Davidson with the foul.
Panina Davidson's going to pick up foul number 2 there.
Zoe Davidson, tough, but smiling about it.
Yeah, Zoe Richards is, she doesn't mind getting her nose in a bit of mischief on the court. That physicality comes her way, but she does not shy away from it.
Prechtel with the handoff. Hurst. Tough assignment for Ledger Walker. So Richards gives it back to Prechtel. Prechtel pulling the trigger. Oh, Ashton Prechtel operating around the 3-point line for the Hoi Ho here. Not really dominating with her size down low.
Yeah, I would prefer to see some more mid-post, low-post touches for her. You know, she's got a lot of gravity on the court, so when she does get those catches out high, she's going to be able to find some passing lanes. But, you know, when you look at the stats, she's certainly more effective around the basket up to this point in the season, just shooting 19% from 3.
Reid to Iti with the drive off the glass, a little strong. And the rebound by Tyler Mitchell. Gracie Roberts here with the ball. Here's Prechtel spinning on Crystal Ledger Walker, gets her own rebound and gets it in. She's just at a different level at the moment.
She was 3 steps back on transition defense before that one hit the net. She was confident.
So far it's Richards and Prechtel winning the matchup down low between Thomas and Panina Davidson. To a ET corner ball.
Was that a block by?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Great closeout.
Well done, Tyler Mitchell. Getting that hand up, closing the gap to 1 point here.
Jody Cameron and the Kahu. Timeout here at the Edgar Centre. Kahu with this 1 point lead now. It's under a minute to go before half-time. Both teams shooting just 25% Another just over 25% for the Hoiho and 25% for Kahu. You can watch Hoop Heads on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. on Sky Sport.
We'll have some highlights, we'll have some takes. We'll have all the news that's fit to have a chinwag about, or, you know, for us to embarrass our lack of knowledge on.
Joined by Crystal Ledger-Walker on Wednesday night as well.
Never mind, we've got some actual hoopers in the house. Finally, some talent.
Finally, someone has something interesting to say on the show when they're not a guest zooming in.
3:15 left here in the half. Kahu have held the Hoiho to just 5 points here in the quarter. They found a greater level of efficiency, scoring 11 themselves. But it's all about who's closing things out this last 3 minutes as the defense has tightened and looks to become less open.
Richards given a little bit of room by Thomason. She makes it pay with the left hand.
Just the step through. That extra little spin move and the step through really creates a little bit of space as you see a foul.
Tyler Mitchell just a little bit too keen on that defense. Liana Toyati get us back underway. Ledger-Walker, Thomas on that three-point line. Doesn't mind a three. Prechtel with the ball. Broken up by Ledger-Walker.
How many deflections does Crystal Ledger-Walker have today? It's got to be up 7-8 already here in the first half. She is a defense unto herself.
Prechtel pulls the trigger quick. Oh, that's feathery. Ashton Prechtel on that baseline with a 15-footer.
These quick releases are going to make it a little bit easier for her to put the ball on the floor and drive later in the game as Thomas gets open underneath.
They lost Amari Thomas.
A beautiful screen. Crystal Ledger-Walker clearing that space out for her, sacrificing her body, and making that a two-point bucket.
Keen to shoot. Hurst into Prechtel. It falls to Penina Davidson. Hoiho trying to protect this slender lead. Stepping through was Anderson, and now it's Ledger-Walker with 5 to shoot. Oh, wow. Puts the move on Zoe Richards and can't get the roll. Richards ends up with the rebound.
Well, stays with the play, beautifully created by Crystal Ledger-Walker, but just a bit too much size affecting that shot.
Zoe Richards with the left hand, driving hard on Toiti.
And that change of pace nearly got the whistle at the end as well, really showing off her skill set and how much it's improved. 8 points now.
Davidson, 15-footer is good.
Not a bad challenge from Prechtel, but Penina Davidson looks so in control in that mid-range.
Prechtel, great matchup between her and Davidson, who gets the better of that one that time.
Let her off the hook by going to the fadeaway. Nice pass ahead.
The look, she lost her headband.
Too much speed, loses the headband, but gets the layup. Deep.
Kahu's lead is now Hoiho's lead.
Tyler Mitchell
pulling the trigger, it's 2.
Just lets it go on transition, creating a two-shot opportunity as well.
Amari Thomas, Davidson, Ledger-Walker, under 5 to shoot. Stepping through, Prechtel with the big block.
And that should be a shot clock violation. Should have been about 2 seconds ago. Either way, 7.6 left. I wonder if the Hoiho might take a Sky City player timeout here.
Thinking about it. Yeah. They're going to take a timeout in general. Todd Marshall's got the clipboard.
And it's a bench timeout's called. So he's like, you skip the Sky City. We're going to call a full one. I want to actually tell you guys what's going on here. 7 seconds, of course, with the bench timeout, the ball does not advance. So they can come in, call that Sky City player timeout, and advance it. But before we get to the finish of the half, I'm going to talk to you about the 17,680 Knights of July with Women's Refuge.
Yes, Toihi Basketball Aotearoa are proud to get behind this. That number, 17,680, is how many nights of safe, secure accommodation women and children escaping family violence will need, and that is just for this month. You can get behind this great cause by booking a safe night on behalf of a woman in need. For just $20, you can help provide a safe place to sleep, hot meals, and 24/7 support. You can gift a safe night today at knightsofjuly.co.nz. That is knightsofjuly.co.nz.
A worthy cause for a worthy group. Women's Refuge does fantastic work that is sadly needed to a much greater degree than we're able to supply it. So if you can give, if you're able, please do.
That is an unreal number, 17,680 just for a month. 31-29, and we've got that Sky City player timeout, so they do in fact advance the ball, the Hoi Ho, out of the team timeout.
Interesting that they inbounded it first. They could have just done it from the sideline, but lose about a second there. And now the fine points, and don't forget the Sky City player timeout. Ticket to the big game available to your community groups around the country. Use that QR code. Register your interest in which game it is you want to attend this season, and get your amount of tickets. There are thousands to give away throughout the To'ihi season.
So some teams, some players are still learning the finer points of that Sky City player timeout. Of course, like you said, you don't have to inbound the ball. Zoe Richards pulling the trigger early from deep, and that's it. Done for the first half. The Hoi Ho with a 2-point lead. They lead 31-29. We'll be back after the break to break down the stats from this GJ Gardner Homes Welcome back. Half-time here at the Edgar Centre. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa game between Southern Hoiho and the visiting BNZ Northern Kahu. As the kids get a run on the court at half-time at the Edgar Centre, Casey. We've got a tight game of basketball between these two teams going on at the moment.
Well, expected it to be a little bit more free-flowing. That offense really gummed up there in that second quarter as the defense took hold. Neither team shooting better than 32% and only 2 threes apiece for each squad. But that was not due to lack of effort. Ashton Prechtel leading the way scoring-wise for the Hoiho. 10 points for her. Amari Thomas getting it done. 16, but Panina Davidson held mostly in check. Just a couple of mid-range jumpers on the rebounds. Ashton Prechtel already with a double-double at halftime. But that translation hasn't gone to the team. Just a 2-rebound advantage for the Hoiho as Panina Davidson, Crystal Ledger-Walker, Tara Reid, and Amari Thomas all chipping in with 4 apiece. A lot of assists to go around. Has a team 11 for the Kahu. All of them up there on the board. Just 6 assists as a team for the Hoiho, and not what they need to do. They need that ball to create the opportunity for them. They don't want to play one-on-one all evening on, but it's all about the defense. Ashton Prechtel, 3 big blocks. Zoe Richards got in it as well, and Tyler Mitchell, the closeout to the corner, taking away 1 on her own. And just the steals, of which 5 for the Kahu, 4 for the Hoiho. Samara Gallagher, Panina Davidson, Crystal Ledger-Walker, 2 apiece.
Now, Ashton Prechtel has already had a 2020 game in GJ Gardner-Holmes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa this season. Of course, Panina Davidson had a 25-20 game on Friday night against the Fire, but Ashton Prechtel is well on her way to hitting another 2020 game. She keeps up the effort and she does not seem to tire. She's already had just a 30-second break in this game, so you probably expect her to have Welcome back. 31-29, the Hoi Ho over the Kahu. Just a skinny 2-point lead. And the Kahu had a better second quarter than they did the first quarter. They won that second quarter 17-14. They also won the Sky Broadband Rapid League game before this game, so they already get a competition point. The Hoi Ho undefeated so far in Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. And it's the Tokomanawa Queens who are at the top of the table by virtue of having more Rapid League game wins as well. They lead by 2 points over the Hoi Ho, competition points that is. Ashton Prechtel already has a double-double. 10 and 11 rebounds for her, the standout from Stanford. On the other side of the ball, some not great shooting stats from two players you'd expect more out of in that first half, Casey.
Yeah, on the Kahu, being led by Amari Thomas off the bench. She has been stellar, but when you look at the output, Tara Reid and Crystal Ledger-Walker combined 0 for 12. Haven't made a field goal yet, and you'd expect that to tick up in the upward direction. At some point, it's got to find the median. Just not the efficiency with which we expected either team to play with coming in, but probably good signs if you're a Kahu fan, in that a lot of that squad hasn't found that range just yet, but right in this ball game, just 2 points the difference against the Hoi Ho squad who was looking to keep its undefeated record intact.
Well, you couple that also, Eliana Tuaiti, she's 0 for 4. And there's a big reason why they're shooting 27% collectively as a group for the Kahu.
And surprised at how well defended Penina Davidson is. Hasn't come off the court yet, 20 minutes of game time, just 4 points on 6 looks. And the size and the length of Ashton Prechtel really affecting her down in the post. She did find some freedom in that mid-range, stepping out into the high-low, so I wouldn't be surprised if they try and take advantage of the kickouts to her more often at around that 15-foot mark, so she can drop those free throw line area jumpers. But the way she's been playing, the way she's been affecting games up to this point in the season, I'm sure that her level of influence will uptick here in the second half.
Yeah, there are a lot of red crosses on the shot chart for the Kahu on the Fever Live stats in the Kiwi. And just 3 makes by the looks of it inside the Kiwi for the Kahu. They've done a great job, the Hoi Ho, of defending the paint, and you can probably put that squarely at the feet of Ashton Prechtel and Zoe Richards as well. Their defense has been really good. Getting back underway here in the third quarter. What can Jodie Cameron and the BNZ Northern Kahu muster up for some better looks for Reid and Ledger-Walker? Tara Reid had 27 in this game 15 days ago in this very venue against the Hoi Ho. And Hoi Ho missed the shot, get the rebound. Zoe Richards has it poked away though. Prechtel has it. The 3, as the shot clock went off by Hurst, is rebounded by the Kahu.
Kahu just barely holding on. Quality looks created by the Hoi Ho.
And one, there it is. Tara Reid getting the bump, puts it up and in.
Well, just had to speak it into existence. The second you let a player like the universe know a player like that's not playing up to her stretch, she comes right out aggressively on the rim. Make no mistake about it, I'm not settling for the jump shot now. I'm going to the cup, put you in the hole, and one. Doesn't get the three-point play, however. Zoe Richards has to pull out the Globetrotter to keep possession there.
Prechtel.
That's a quick one.
She loves a quick one. Pulling the trigger early. Tuaiti finding the trailer, and Penina Davidson can't get the soft roll. Prechtel with another rebound.
Right. She ran the floor really nicely in that secondary transition, but Prechtel's size still affected it.
Penina Davidson with a board off the Hurst miss.
Crystal Ledger-Walker directing traffic as looks like we're going to get that cross screen for Penina Davidson, the low post catch if they can work it.
Reid kicking it out. Ledger Walker. Just needed the halftime break for those two.
Just the first shot for each finds the twine. And now the Kahu have a 3-point lead.
Pull-up is missed.
Paige Bradley missed so much time in that first half with foul trouble. Has to find her flow back into this game in the second half.
Thomas starts the second half, gets her own rebound. Dominated by Prechtel on that one.
Fourth block of the game for Prechtel.
Closed out the sun on that one. Zoe Richards. And Ledger Walker from behind with a hand in the cookie jar.
And Crystal Ledger Walker is never out of the play. Just such exquisite timing when she's coming from behind to make a play at the basketball. That time, a bit of contact. Is this going to be shooting or not? Looked like shooting for me, and it is.
Yeah, 2 shots. She into her motion. Kahu looking a little perplexed, but Zoe Richards at the line. She's already got 8 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, and she's good on the first from the TAB line.
Able to find the range on the second as well, close it to a 1-point ball game. And now they'll got to find a way to defend on this end of the court.
Reid. Another Prechtel rebound for her. Hoihol can get the lead here if they don't turn it over. Ledger Walker has it.
Prechtel jumping the gun there.
Oh, Penina Davidson stood her ground and is called for an offensive foul.
Didn't look like a lot of movement.
She just
That was a heck of a screen.
Elise Hurst's world with that one.
That was a heck of a screen. I couldn't see what the angle was. I was looking up on the other side of the court there, but definitely saw the contact.
Bradley is fouled.
Paige Bradley, I think her effect on the game is going to be palpable here in the second half. We'll take another look at this screen. And this is the drive, Paige Bradley, sorry. That's the foul underneath.
Hurst just lost the handle. Prechtel back to Richards. And we got 3-second call. And it's the Kahu hold firm in the key.
And Amari Thomas isn't going to go for that up fake. She went for it once in that first half. Zoe Richards tried to use that little shoulder shimmy again. No game coming through this time, so it gets tied up, and the 3-second call comes forth.
Just a 2 rebound advantage for the Hoihol in this game. There was just one between them 15 days ago in this venue as Tuaiti pulls the trigger. Rebound is lost by Samara Gallagher, but it will stay with the Hoihol as Ledger Walker couldn't control it.
I think she's surprised that basketball found her as easily as it did. And just under 17 minutes left in this one, and we're coming down the stretch of this one. That's when I'm going to touch base back on that Rapid League game and all the minutes that we saw Crystal Ledger Walker and Amari Thomas playing that one to secure the Rapid League win. Is that going to come into play down the stretch as fatigue sets in such a tightly contested ball game?
Oh, nice. Hurst with the pull-up. That's her first points of the game. And Davidson up high. Looking for somebody. Looking for anybody. Finds Tuaiti. Thomas stepping through the double. Without the contact, puts it up. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 from the TAB. And yeah, Casey, that is a very good point. This Rapid League game, an hour before the main game, and the Kahu did it on Friday night against the Fire, where they started the Rapid League game with Thomas and Ledger Walker. Now, of course, in that game, you can't have your Tauihi starters, so Ledger Walker and Thomas came off the bench to start the game, which is fine, of course, but it's that minutes load. Is Hurst just into the teeth of the Kahu defense and is fouled. She'll go to the TAB to shoot two herself.
Well, not quite sure who that foul was on. I thought that contact created by the Hurst drive, but her aggressiveness pays off. Got her first bucket of the game a couple moments ago, and now has an opportunity to add to that total. Just 2 points now. When you look at that import backcourt duo, Hurst 2 points, Bradley 4 points, a combination of 6. Hoiho doing well to stay in the ball game at this point because of that.
Anderson in the game for Penina Davidson, no doubt. Davidson's only missed 30 seconds of this game. Also, just with the foul situation, Casey, imports have 6 fouls.
It's always good to have an extra foul.
Whereas if you're deemed an import in this league. As Thomas is fouled.
Always good to be able to get that extra foul as we take another look. Crystal Ledger Walker, Paige Bradley on her. Just beautiful pocket pass there, dropping it in between multiple defenders. Amari Thomas, efficient around the rim.
Ashton Prechtel, she had 6 fouls in this game last time these two teams played. And of course, that was a very physical game. This has been somewhat different so far, he says optimistically.
Well, there's still time.
Certainly is. We've already got 14 fouls on the Kahu and 3 on the Hoiho in this quarter. Deep 3 is missed. Richards on the glass.
And stepped out of bounds.
And the hustle was there, but unfortunately not enough court to save it.
Just look at the ground she covered trying to chase down that rebound. There's not enough wood left. Prechtel's effect on the game, man. She closed that space so quickly. Crystal Ledger Walker had a wide open look, and suddenly it was not.
Just Ledger Walker looking for a bailout there as Toiti takes a seat. And it's Alatia out there. Alatia Leach. And it's going to be a foul on the Kahu. So this is shots coming up from the Hoiho. There's Tara Reid, I believe, is called for the foul.
And those are the fouls the Kahu just can't get. 5 minutes left, already in the bonus, away from the play, you know, not really affecting anything. Just a bit too physical at this point in things. And therein lies the problem, sending Zoe Richards to the TAB stripe. He's now up to 11 points and 6 rebounds, careening towards another double-double.
That gives the Hoiho the lead. Zoe Richards trip to the TAB line. Thomas looking for a handoff. Good defense from the Hoiho. Ledger Walker, more good Hoiho defense. And that is missed.
Rebound number 15 for Prechtel. Looking for another 20 rebound game. Her second of this young season.
10 points so far for her in this game. Reid with the matchup on her. Now with the switch, Ledger Walker down low, battling with Prechtel. And just a tough pass. Too long. Kahu survived that one.
It's just starting to get rushed at the end of the shot clock there. Trying to get a pinpoint pass, but under pressure because of that ticking time clock. Turnover forced. Kahu chance to retake the lead.
Leach. Nice catch, tough from Reid. Gets a rebound. And, excuse me, it was Leach on the other side, apologies. It was Anderson initially, but then it's the Richards and Prechtel combination at the other end, and that shot's coming up for the Hoiho again.
And the free throws are going to keep on coming as Tara Reid picks up her second personal foul. And I understand the need to be physical there, but and the bonus, you can't just hack that one on the catch, at least try and make her force to miss. Turns out, good foul. Took away a point. Had she gone up with the bucket there, most likely would have been 2.
Good on the second with the make. 39-37, 4:09 to go. Paige Bradley's all over the floor at the moment for the Hoy Hall. And turnover. Bradley with it. Prechtel, rather, it's Richards.
Oh, was that off the foot? Ooh, no,
Oof.
that looked to me like it went off the foot of the Kahu there. But we'll just get the floor moppers out and go the other way after the good hustle by both teams trying to retain possession.
This has been a very tight third quarter. 8 points apiece. Lead is just 2 for the Hoy Hall. And the corresponding fixture, it was 82-76 to the Hoy Hall on this floor 15 days ago.
And the Hoy Hall can score points in a hurry. But they can also just strangle the life of the offense.
Reed in amongst 3 Hoy Hall. Ledger Walker, 5 to shoot. Thomas pulls the trigger. Contested 3, doesn't matter. Knocks it down and gives the Kahu the lead.
22 points in the ball game. Now 2 for 3 from deep, and she is on one. Carrying the offensive load for the Kahu. Nobody else has more than 5.
She is it for the BNZ Northern Kahu. Ah, it's Hurst the other way. And the one to come.
Showing her class, coming through, scoreless in that first half, but able to put together the flurry here in the third as the back and forth affair continues. The lead swapping, feeling like a seesaw.
This is the free throw. Oh, and then O'Connell just gets Reed on the rebound.
These are big minutes for the Hoy Hall as Ashton Prechtel heads to the bench. She has spent the majority of this one on the court up to this point in time. So these are the next 2-3 minutes, if she stays out the rest of the quarter, going to be key if the Kahu can make a little run.
Thomas, and it's just easy for the Kahu without Prechtel down low.
What recognition by Thomas, 25 points now.
I should say easier.
It looked easy there.
Yeah.
You know, the way she just sealed him down low, completely dominated physically in the low paint.
Roberts here finds Richards. Left hand, can't get the roll. Thomas can't get the rebound, yes she can.
Oh, nice job, Thomas, taking that one out of the hands of Jen O'Connell.
Reed the other way, and another and one for Tara Reed. It's the way she started the quarter with 2:23 to go. In the third, she'll go back to the TAB line to shoot a free throw.
And just all class, putting the ball on the floor, using her speed, her quickness, and matching it with her athletic gifts to get to the cup on the finish there. Applied her trade in Finland last season prior to coming back to To'ihi. Will be off to the Melbourne Boomers in the WNBL next season. But in between, looking to get to another title game with the Kahu. And a 4-point lead now for the Kahu as they have started to take over with Prechtel sitting on the pine.
How long will Prechtel sit? Will it be the remainder of this quarter? Leach with the rebound. Tara Reed lost the handle. Leach tries to save it. She cannot. Hoy Hall ball.
I love the effort of Hurst there to get back in transition. You know, not having the greatest shooting day, just 2 for 11 from the field right now, but that kind of effort defensively, take away a short 2 points on a break, turn it into a turnover. That is exactly what you need when things aren't going well on the offensive end.
And an offensive foul away from the floor, the ball. Awatea Leach feeling like she got whacked in the face. Most likely she did.
Is that Zoe Richards?
I think it might be Zoe Richards with the foul there. She's asking for a little bit of clarification.
Well, I thought she was just cutting through, but not all my focus was on Zoe Richards, who heads to the bench now. She picks up her 4th personal foul, and that is going to be problematic. Prechtel back in the ball game.
7 Hoy blocks.
Oh, sorry, no Prechtel.
Prechtel still on the bench. Tara Reid, far more active in the key here, driving hard again in his foul. So she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Sophie Adams has checked into the ball game, getting her first action of Tohi, and now Prechtel comes in the ball game.
Ashton Prechtel is probably not supposed to be out there. Zoe Richards on 4th foul. Her 4th foul being called. She's come back in after getting a bit of a spell. No Panina Davidson out there for the Kahu. Ashton Prechtel, just 2 personal fouls for her. She's got another 4 before she fouls out as well.
Well, it's been a 7-0 run since Prechtel checked out of the ball game.
And another offensive foul called.
It's a 7-0 run since Prechtel checked out of the ball game. It was 41-40. She's gone out, and the Kahu have absolutely dominated for 2-3 minutes, and now have a bit of wind behind the sails, looking to get a little bit more freedom in the half court and possibly transition if they can push that pace.
Thomas. Oh, big rebound from Tara Reid. Ledger Walker. Looking this new shot clock of 14 down to 5. Puts it up off the glass. Prechtel with another rebound.
In traffic makes it look
16.
So easy.
Sophie Adams is fouled and down.
Oh, that's not good.
And that is not good. She's fallen.
That's a tough angle, and fortunately no injuries.
On Eliana Tuaiti. Both are up, and Sophie Adams looks a little ginger. Both players look a little ginger, to be honest.
Well, it's always a worry when you don't expect that contact to come at your knee, and then she goes down there and falls behind. Thankfully, it was to the back of the knee, so the bends and the natural angle. Dangerous situation averted. Look at those assists for the Kahu. 16 assists for the Kahu. They're using the ball to create that. Just 6 for the Hoi Hoi. They're just not creating enough advantage with that basketball. They have to do all the work one-on-one in the post or on the offensive glasses. Some more work done by Prechtel. 17th rebound in the ball game.
Well, they had 22 assists against the Phi on Friday night and 28 makes, the Kahu. So they do make the ball work for them. And they get a stop here again. 47-41, 50.2 to go.
What a defensive turnaround in these last 4 minutes by the Kahu, and not allowing the Hoya to score a single point.
Ledger Walker with her own rebound. Leach for 3. Oh, that's in and out. Oh, tied up by Reid. And Reid lashes out at Prechtel right at the end.
Prechtel just wants to know, like, why are they getting free shots on me? Tara Reid playing with some fire.
As per.
Got some emotion involved in the game, but there may be a whistle here. Let's see how they discuss things. Just a warning.
She's getting a warning.
I love a warning for a free push.
I mean, if there's a push, there's a push. It's a foul.
You know, push less.
I appreciate that Crystal Ledger Walker's taken out behind the white line and not the black baseline there as well.
Got to make sure.
Ledger Walker pulling the trigger on the 3 and Prechtel with the rebound.
Chance for the last shot of the quarter here. The Hoyle need to find a way to finish with strength. Prechtel wants it.
6 to shoot. Thomas on her. Oh, that's nice to Gracie Roberts' hair, but it's pulled down by Anderson. And it will stay a 6-point lead to the Kahu. 47-41. We'll take a break and come back with the final 10 minutes of basketball at the Edgar Centre. Welcome back, and welcome back to a sales deal for another weekend of basketball. Use that online code BASKET with that QR code. It's valid until tomorrow. 25 bucks for a large cheese pizza. And we're ready for 10 minutes of basketball. Casey Frank, the Hoiho had the lead, and with Prechtel sitting down, Zoe Richards in foul trouble. Kahu seized upon it, and they are now up 47-41.
Yeah, 7-0 run to finish that quarter as Ashton Prechtel checked out of the ball game with a 41-40 lead. Checked back in, and the offensive flow had gone away. Just 10 points in the quarter, lowest scoring quarter of the game for either team for the Hoiho in the third. And we're going to restart because the clock didn't start. We need that.
It did for a second.
Well, it started a second late, so we're on top of it. No free seconds here. There it is.
No.
It's right. We got that second correct, except it's 4 on the game clock. Don't know how that works, but it's okay.
Every second in life is precious, Casey.
There we go. Now the shot clock's down to 4. I think they just need to restart. Suddenly now the Hoiho have 4 less seconds to play with. Don't think they're going to need it, though.
Into Zoe Richards out there. Oh, that is a tough foul.
And Zoe Richards.
Tell you what, Leach, she is rocked. She hit the floor so hard. She is tough.
Giving up some size in that matchup. Zoe Richards, I think if she had been more aggressive on the rim instead of not looking at it, she might have gotten away with that contact, but as it is, does not. Mentioned earlier, Justin, or just mentioned earlier, Andrew, about the minutes played in the Rapid League between the two games. Well, Amari Thomas has played 40 minutes and 2 seconds combined coming into the fourth, and Crystal Ledger-Walker 39 minutes and 12. So already have full games with 10 minutes to go.
Reed trying to get her own rebounds. Reed again misses it. Here comes Richards. And one.
Well, she learned a lesson from the last time around. Didn't catch a look at the basketball early. This time in transition, straight up with it, gets the kiss and the finish. 14 points, just under her season average to go along with 5 rebounds. That 14 points, 14 and a half points a game that she's going with this season, double what she was able to put on the board a season ago. A testament to the improvement and the work she's done on her game over the last year. She heads to the bench for a quick breather.
So it is a 3-point Kahu lead. Thomas with the ball, hand off to Ledger-Walker. Both played in the Rapid League game. Big minutes in that Rapid League game before this one. And Ledger-Walker with a feathery touch just on the edge of the key.
Making Prechtel choose between herself and Thomas. She chose Thomas. Turned out to be the wrong decision. Bucket!
Paige Bradley and one now.
Paige Bradley has had trouble getting herself back involved in the ball game since she went out with that foul trouble in the first half, but aggressiveness in transition. Nobody stops the ball, so the ball takes it straight to the cup. Foul on Leach, gets the roll. Chance for the 3-point play from the TAB. She nails it.
Just 14 points in the paint.
7-2 run to kick off the fourth quarter for the Hoiho.
Look at 16, I think, for the Kahu. Just 16 points in the paint. There's Tara Reid.
Charge.
It's called for the offensive foul. It's Hurst putting the body on the line.
Ms. Hurst does nicely. Wears that shoulder. Slides the feet. Third personal foul on Tara Reid. 8:40 to go in this ball game. And remember, second personal foul on the Kahu. The Hoiho were in the bonus halfway through the third quarter.
Oh, Prechtel wasn't looking. They still have it though. 12 on the shot clock. Bradley finds Prechtel with Tara Reid on her. Off the glass and in. That is bread and butter for Ashton Prechtel.
Beautiful pass by Bradley and the patience of Prechtel down low.
Anderson on the drive. Oh, she's taken out.
Went down hard.
Accidentally, of course, but she lost her legs underneath her, and she's going to take a moment to get back up.
That was nothing untoward in it. Nothing untoward in it as Jennifer O'Connell picks up the foul, but just an awkward angle as she was driving to the basket with a lot of fervor. And Jen O'Connell comes up and says, no harm done. I mean, no intentional harm done. A little bit of harm, but you know, that's the game.
Give the Kahu the lead here if she makes it. She cannot.
A 9-2 run to kick things off for the Hoiho. Reversal in fortune, just a complete switch around from how that third quarter finished, and they've come out with a lot of aggressiveness, looking the fresher team after the quarter break.
Kahu now just 13 of 19 from the TAB line. Prechtel inside to O'Connell. Gets the roll.
Well, they love this high-low with Prechtel up high. She's got, with that length, she can really pass well, find those angles easily, and Jen O'Connell's size, that deep is really a problem for the Kahu when Penina Davidson is out.
Leach on the drive, up and in. Great first step from Awatea Leach on Bradley.
I haven't seen Penina Davidson in a while as well. Just wondering if there might be something going on there, if they're just trying to rest her, because she has been on the bench for quite a while.
Thomas pulls down the rebound. All tied up at 51. Penina Davidson got the warm-ups half on. It's Thomas with the reverse. Oh. Prechtel with the rebound again. That's rebound 19 for her.
20 rebounds on the cards again.
There she is with the catch. A little strong.
And just enough defensively, but that's a shot the Hoiho take all day.
Tara Reid, quality from her.
Up to 9 points now. All those here in the second half, slicing and dicing to the defense for 2.
Kahu snatched the lead back. Prechtel up high. Thomas matching up with her. Big screen set by Prechtel, and that is nice from Tyler Mitchell. And now they tie it up, the Hoiho. 6:30 to go in the game.
Confident shooter, Tyler Mitchell. Hair line trigger, and she let that one fly from 17 as Davidson checking back in the ball game. My concern was for not.
Extended rest for Penina Davidson, and miscommunication between Anderson and Reid.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. Try Reid wanting the ball on the wing. Anderson thinking that's more of a post-up play. As Anderson and Thomas head to the bench for a quick blow with 6:13 to play, and all knotted up at 53. And the Hoiho, they close well. They had a tough one this way, and they were down late, but finished to win 75-74 earlier this round.
Prechtel going to work on Davidson. Tied up almost by Reid. 3 ball. Misses everything from Hurst. And it goes to the NZ Northern Kahu.
Well, the result not what you want, but the play's good. Get inside, force the defense to bend to Prechtel's presence. Follow her gravity. Wide open look outside. You'll create that and take it every time you get it.
Great hands.
Tyler Mitchell coming to play here in the 4th.
Bradley, look away. Prechtel couldn't catch it. And it stays with the Hoiho. 16 on the shot clock, 5.5 to go in the game. All tied up at 53. Ashton Prechtel, 13 and 19 for her. On the elbow, hands it off. 3 ball from Mitchell is missed. Comes Ledger Walker pushing it. Picks up the contested floater hard off the glass. Davidson up high, gives it back to Ledger Walker. 10 to shoot. Reid to Leach. Awatea Leach. She's got everyone making statues out there.
It seemed like everybody expected the pass, but she kept on driving and comes back the other way in the same vein.
Hurst is fouled by Tuiiti. That'll be her 2nd foul. Kahu's 4th team foul. And we've got a timeout to Jody Cameron and the Kahu.
A good timeout. They've looked a little fatigued at times. They're pushing the pressure on in transition still. And had a good look created last time out. They were able to do that, but don't mind a timeout to discuss things and how you want to finish this last 5 minutes of the ball game. A 2-point lead has proved slender for all of this evening, and the official stats partner of the TAB give us a quick look at the 13-point, 19-rebound performance that Ashton Prechtel has put together today. Matched on the other side by 24 from Amari Thomas to go along with 7 rebounds. 2 blocks for Amari Thomas, a big 4 blocks for Ashton Prechtel. It has been a lot of defense being played by both squads. And not too large a lead has been held by either team at any point in time, bringing us down to the final minutes of this one. And their second match of the year. Well, won reasonably in control the first time around, but this one looking to finish a much closer affair.
So it will be Alice Hurst at the line. 5 points, a rebound, 2 assists for her in this game. Hoyle had been at the line 21 times, making 13 before this trip. Kahu on those 14 fouls. Next one is shooting for Hoyle, no matter where it occurs, unless it's an offensive foul. Hoyle just the 2 team fouls. 1 point lead now. Leach with the ball. Tara Reid giving it to Ledger Walker. Looking for a big. And it's going to go back. And it goes to the drive, and it goes to the dish. And there is more good defense from Ashton Prechtel.
And just enough to dissuade that make, and now she's got the ball in transition. Crystal Ledger Walker harassing her as she does every ball handler.
And using as much physicality as she can. Oh, good hands from Ledger Walker. Good defense, because defense is defense until it's called a foul.
Well, an impressive body control by Prechtel on display there to twist around and still get her hands to it. Looked like she might corral it before Crystal Ledger Walker knocked it out of bounds.
Bradley finds Prechtel underneath. Can't get the roll, gets her own rebound. And her own rebound again, and gets the bucket. Padding those stats, 15 points. I'm going 21 rebounds now, Casey Frank.
I think it's at least 21. She put together 2, maybe 3 there. Impressive stick-to-itiveness pays off as they take the lead.
I think Zoe Richards is fouled out here.
Oh, that's going to be a crusher.
She's trying to fight through that screen. And she's looking at Crystal Ledger Walker. She's got a lot of Crystal Ledger Walker there.
And I think she's just realized that.
Is that on her? Maybe not.
Oh, fortunate for Zoe Richards and the Hoyle.
We'll get a clarification as to who that was called on shortly. Ledger Walker, Tuaiti, pulls the trigger. Almost banks it in. Bradley has the ball. They had the lead. Richards. Nice soft touch, Zoe Richards.
Straight to the left hand, deep post position. Too deep to contest.
She leads the Hoyle with 15, and there is Tara Reid with a bucket. She's got 11 into double figures now.
Finding some activity in the transition game, just pushing that pace.
Bradley has it poked away by Leach. Stays with the Hoyle, 16 on the shot clock.
And going back to that last foul, that was on Hurst, not Zoe Richards. So she picks up her first personal.
Miss. Kahu ball. I think it was on Crystal Ledger Walker, actually. We were talking about that foul. She got one in the face and gets a foul called in her for a trouble. Speaking of which, misses the 3. Tara Reid, though, sneaks in for the rebound. Trying to find somebody. Kicks it back out to Ledger Walker. Panina Davidson into Thomas. The double comes, but it's too late. She had great position and banks it in.
Absolutely correct. It was out positioning. She did the work before she caught the ball. A deep post catch like that, you are just not going to stop her. As you see the foul up high by Tara Reid to slow possession. But you're not slowing down Amari Thomas, who's putting together a ball game. 26 points for her now. 8 for 15 from the field to go along with 7 boards and 3 assists.
Tyler Mitchell at the line. Good on that one.
Ice water.
Ties it up at 59. Tyler Mitchell. Just her first trip to the line for the TAB. Misses the second one.
Now we are knotted up with 2:30 to go, and the pace is quickened.
Tara Reid. Ledger Walker. Trap comes from Pretzel. Jumps out. Ledger Walker lost the handle. She had the angle. She had the lane. Stays with the Kahu with 2:20 to go. 7 on the shot clock.
Well,
and we've got a timeout here by the Hoiho with a lot of basketball still to come with 2:20 on the clock.
Ledger Walker doing all the work, but just unable to retain that handle on what would have been a likely 2 points. All tied up this late in the ball game. From this point forward, it all becomes about execution. Both teams have not taken care of the basketball to the level that their coaching staffs would like. The turnovers, 14 for the Hoiho, 13 for the Kahu. That has affected some of the efficiency numbers, created some opportunities on the other end, but I have liked the way that the Kahu have been able to share the basketball. 17 assists on their 21 field goals. I mean, think of that percentage. Just about everything is being created by that extra pass.
This has been a tightly contested game. 49-47 is the rebound advantage in favour of the BNZ Northern Kahu. 7 blocks by the Hoiho, 0 by the Kahu. And we are all tied up with 2:20 to go. Ledger Walker finds Reid on the cut.
Well, they had it stymied, but Tara Reid just kept on moving, and she has put together a heck of a second half here after going scoreless in the first, up to 13 points.
Paige Bradley misses the reverse. Thomas with the rebound. Kahu put a dent in the hopes of the Hoiho going 2-0 against the Kahu on the Edgar Centre floor for 2023. We'll play one more time later on next month. Crystal Ledger Walker. Silky going left with the right hand.
The way she just flings it, she just does not need much space, doesn't need to get her legs behind her, has that ability to just find the net. A huge 4-point lead in the context of this ball game.
Kahu lead is 4. Prechtel facing up on Penina Davidson, pulls the trigger. Thomas with another big board. Amari Thomas, 26 and 9.
Don't mind the look by Prechtel, but I would have liked to have seen her get on the rim. Kahu in bonus, you can get that whistle, get to the line. You got to put pressure on the defense. She didn't that time.
Miscommunication. Hoiho down 4, have the ball, minute 14.
Timeout's going to be called. Leach just a little too high. You have to be able to deliver that ball with some accuracy at this point in the ball game. Just lets a little air get underneath it, and the Hoiho have some life breathed back into the ball game.
This has been a grind fest, KC, because the lowest score that the Hoiho had in their 3-0 run here to start GJ Gardner Holmes Tohi Basketball Aotearoa has been 74 in their last game against the Polkai. They've scored 82 against the Kahu previously 15 days ago and 82 against the Queens. So it's just 59 here. The Kahu have done a good job on them. That is for sure, and vice versa.
No, it's been an arm wrestle. 98 rebounds in this ball game right now. Of course, 98 rebounds means 98 missed shots. so we
that I know.
So there has been a lot of caroms coming off. So the work rate has been great. You know, the pace is excellent. Nothing wrong with that. The execution has been tough. Finishing plays off because neither of these teams is giving an inch. A lot of physicality on the defensive end. Rotations have been excellent. You haven't seen a lot of open looks. And when both teams have been able to create those advantages, they have nailed them. But now with 1:14 to go, this is the possession of the ball game. I don't think if the Hoiho are unable to get a bucket here, I think the Kahu are going to be able to find the victory lane. If so, this one's going down to the wire.
After timeout play here from the Hoiho. What has Todd Marshall and his team drawn up? Bradley looking at Prechtel. Double instantly comes from Ledger Walker. Good defense from Penina Davidson.
But it was the Crystal Ledger Walker Little shove over as we see a foul.
It's just the 4th team foul.
But Crystal Ledger-Walker coming over to make that a more difficult move for Prechtel, forcing her into a much more awkward shot. She had space to the middle to go if the double hadn't come. But KLW, she's been playing that roaming defender spot all afternoon long to great effect.
Well, we need to force something here defensively. Leach just needs to be patient with the ball. Burn some clock. Have a 4-point lead.
Bradley active defensively.
Penny Davidson to Thomas. Prechtel up on her. Puts the ball on the floor. Oh! Amari Thomas. That just might be the ball game.
28 points for Thomas. None tougher than that one. As Hurst able to tiptoe on the line and somehow stay in.
A dagger of a shot from Amari Thomas. Bradley trying to get around Reed. Can't get the roll. Thomas again. She's been immense down the stretch. She has played some minutes today.
28 points, 11 rebounds for Amari Thomas. Put a stamp on it. Nail this one home because it's a wrap.
An afternoon it has been on the Edgar Center floor. She got the game in the Rapid League as well. Gets the dub in the Kahu. BNZ Northern Kahu with a 6-point lead. And Amari Thomas will be at the line to shoot 2.
A chance to hit the 30-piece. Only a round off from equaling the all-time high in To'ihi of 34 points.
Join the TAB, deposit $10 and get a free $50 bonus bet. And Amari Thomas is money in the bank from the TAB foul line.
You can bet on those buckets. And Amari Thomas, a 30-piece.
30 for her. Timeout for the Hoi Ho.
Well, coming into this ball game, I was really intrigued about the matchup on the interior. What were Thomas and Davidson going to do against Richards and Prechtel? Fantastic effort from both. Prechtel and Richards combined for 32, 17 for Zoe Richards, 15 for Ashton Prechtel. Penina Davidson hasn't been able to get as involved offensively, just 4 points for her, but between the two of them, 32 apiece, or 34 for the Kahu, and 32 for the Hoi Ho. Between those power forward center matchups and on the glass, Prechtel has been phenomenal. 22 rebounds this evening. Love that effort. Her second 20 rebound game of the season. But Amari Thomas and Tara Reid able to come in effect. 12 rebounds for Tara Reid, 11 for Amari Thomas, and Penina Davidson chipping in with 7. It's that collective effort of the BNZ Kahu down the stretch that has enabled them to put themselves in great position to finish this one off with 26 seconds left to go.
That foul trouble for Zoe Richards and Ashton Prechtel sat near the end of the third. That gave the Kahu some life offensively. Hoi Ho with the catch. It's Bradley. Misses the 3. Thomas another rebound. And it's rebound 12. And Ledger-Walker, she crosses half court, and that'll do it. Shot clock is off. Time winding down. The Kahu have come into town and avenged the loss they had 15 days ago here at the Edgar Center. They'll win 67-59. The Hoi Ho suffered their first loss of GJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa in 2023. The Kahu get 2 in this round after beating the Phi on Friday night.
Well, it was finals level intensity as we see the leading scores for both teams. Just mentioned Amari Thomas, 30 points. Zoe Richards, Ashton Prechtel leading the way in double figures. Tara Reid, 13 points, all in the second half for both she and Crystal Ledger-Walker. That combined 21 is what powered the BNZ Northern Kahu to victory. Going to the rebounds, it was a game battle. Ends up 54 rebounds in total for the Kahu, leading that 54-47. Prechtel leading the way with 22. Tara Reid and Amari Thomas 12 apiece to just pit Prechtel at the post, 24-22. Crystal Ledger-Walker leading the way with 6 assists. And this is a real under-mentioned point of the game between us. Paige Bradley just 3 assists, averaging 9 coming into this one. So her playmaking abilities contained quite nicely by the Kahu defensive strategy. Look at the blocks. Prechtel, ball game, 4 blocks, but not enough defensive influence to keep the Kahu from finding 24 buckets on the afternoon. Crystal Ledger-Walker is so influential defensively. 4 steals. I would have her for probably 7 deflections on top of that. Really being a pest on everybody's ball handling skills.
Yeah, this has been an important game for the Kahu. Important afternoon. They come in and they get a Rapid League win and a Tauihi basketball win as well. So they now sit in 2nd spot by virtue of beating the Hoihol with 4 competition points, 1 for the Rapid League, 3 for the win here in the Tauihi game. And you can see that when the next round starts Tuesday night, Hoihol and the Queens, and then the Kahu up against the Polokai and the Whai hosting the Hoihol and Tauranga on Friday night. Those are the next 3 games coming up for you. Of course, there's Sky Broadband Rapid League before each game as well. And they have bearings on the standings in GJ Gardner Homes, Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa standings. But on behalf of Casey Frank and the Sky Sport crew, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.